Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why you keep fucking with me? You gon' make me jump out my skin, believe me. Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. I be immune to shit, tucking the broom and shit, done with assuming shit. Know you a joke, my answers are close, I holla at the moon and shit. Know the results, the ballot is in, man, I'm about to boom again. You funny, dog. Peekaboo, can't hide behind your money, dog. A week or two, I meditate on running lost. Swerve, 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 shake the currents off. Yeah. Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. Head up, chest out, silence. I'm stressed out. Shh, be quiet. I'm stressed out. Stressed out, stressed out, stressed.
If you don't know boxing, that means God got involved, basically. It's the equivalent of, sorry, George.
If you don't know the Bible, that's blasphemy.
Wow. Again, another, and look at this.
What a cutie.
Still something I'd have the gun range print out, but maybe I would shoot around his head and not right between the eyes like I do the others. All right. I told you that Andrew Schulz is going down, and I got some stuff. And listen, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Everybody needs to stop what they're doing and pay attention. You know Andrew Schulz. Pull up a clip. Give me his new, he moved to Miami so that he could not do COVID. I'm so sick of doing COVID. I'm moving to Miami where COVID doesn't exist. Meanwhile, he's killing millions of people, him and a quiche. Wait till you see this. Flagrant 2, their Miami set. Now, everyone thinks, we're so used to sets being so bad that once somebody gets like a neon light, we think it's amazing. Stop yourselves. Control yourselves. This set sucks. Is this queued up to any particular time?
Oh, no, I think you're just going to start.
Okay, let's go to the beginning here. It's Flagrant 2. They moved their whole show from New York to Miami because they sick of the lockdown. Which, listen, there is no lockdown. The lockdown only applies to people who want to go clubbing for bullshit cheating reasons. Really. Yeah. And those of you who used to work in a restaurant. I would say this. Maybe try to get a second job. Restaurant might not be working out. Were you a ticket taker at the United Center? Maybe after 12 months... try to apply for a different job. I just don't understand. You know, at some point, this is on you for not getting back to work. I don't know how many months need to go by. 3 years go by. They won't let me be, they won't let me do the running of the bulls anymore. You know, shit out of luck. I don't know. Well, you've had 3 years. COVID's been going on for what? 4 or 5 years now? Get a fucking job. I can't do it anymore. You know, you all claim to hate homeless people. The same people who claim they despise the homeless are the same people complaining they can't get a new job after fucking 12 months. You're not waiter anymore. It's off the table. It's time to come up with an unlocked down job. I just don't understand what's so hard about this. Sorry. Bro, you don't have to talk about politics so much. It's a lot of fluff. This is what they say to me when they get schooled. I'm sorry about that. Listen to this. It's Flagrant 2. It's Andrew Schulz and the Indian guy. from Miami, bro.
Welcome to Flagrant Dose, baby. We in Miami.
Flagrante.
Hey, bro, what's our theme song, Akash?
Okay. Trader! Here is the Indian trader that knows all the secrets. I have the proof. Remember when I said this guy, Andrew Schulz was accused of like abuse from his ex-girlfriend. And we watched a clip a few weeks ago, and this guy seemed a little, you could tell he knows. And boy, was I right again. This guy knows all the dark secrets. We're going to put the heat lamps on him for a while until he starts spilling, because I don't think, you just proved your dad wrong about like not being a doctor and being in entertainment, right? You want me to fuck this all up for you and your father and your arranged fucking marriage shit? Because I'll blow this whole you and your dad. I know how to get to this guy. Start going, I'll start telling your dad that you're wasting your time. That this is nothing more than a pipe dream. Then your dad will start getting your ass, and that's the worst thing that could happen to an Indian kid is him and his fucking family fighting over their careers. What a loser. Imagine being held down by your family about your career. What a fucking life that must be. But, it's very easy to take an Indian kid and make him do your bidding. And that's what Andrew Schulz has done. This is no different than owning a slave, no different than Django Unchained. Watch this.
Welcome to Miami. And we back, okay? We
All
start.
right, they've got, this set is so atrocious. I know you're like, oh, the set's not that bad. It's got the worst fucking thing in the world. A Joker, and not just any Joker. This is the new Joker. From the shittiest, most gay movie I've ever seen. To put this on your set and to be in every shot with Andrew Schulz, it's like you're either pandering or you're completely gay.
There was a comment.
The Joker is not cool. I want to make this perfectly clear. The Joker is not cool at all. I don't care who you think you are. It ain't cool.
There was a comment with a ton of likes on this that was like, man, the Joker art is sick.
Dude, Joker? My heart is bumping. I mean, that guy's got it figured out. He hates society. What do you like about this Joker? He's sick. All right. Yeah, there's worse stuff. Watch this.
Started the podcast about 2 hours ago, but your boy got a little drunk. I was on that Terramana. I don't know what the fuck happened. I started explaining AMC, GameStop, short this. I'll give you
this guy is like worse than I'm trying to figure out a guy that you would really despise.
I hate him so
the
much.
problem is he's committing so many like international crimes with what he's doing. Like this should be something that like, now we're in Miami, now we're like watching the harbor, like what's coming in from Cuba. This is illegal to me.
the short. Wait, what?
My dick.
Oh, thank you, Akash, for saving me. Dude,
These guys are aggressive.
Hey, hit that wide so they can see the studio, Al.
Shit is
You
so
know who
fire,
would-
dog.
Hey,
this shit
hey.
is so fire.
Hey, bro.
Fuego?
Are we top two?
No, we ain't.
Their whole fucking world is like somebody buying a pair of Jordan 1s 3 years after the Jordan 1 fad died. Like that's the metaphor for their whole world. These guys think it's 2016 and that streetwear just came out and everyone's wearing Adidas. I go over to this corner of the room. If you didn't think that Joker was atrocious enough, they got one of these douche paintings. Remember when I showed you Faye's Ruggs house? They've got one of these pictures of like Thanos and the Monopoly Man and Pablo Escobar together that you buy at one of those douche stores in the mall. If you don't think that's enough proof that these guys are out of touch D-bags from fucking Miami. Look at this Thanos with Mickey Mouse and a bunch of like old
Mickey Mouse with a
school.
gun, so it's cool.
But it's a bunch of, it's also mixed with a bunch of like spray painter culture that they don't even understand. And it's been appropriated by these douchebags. Guys, if you didn't think that was bad, on their set, permanently, a full installation on their set is a briefcase filled with fake money. Because they're cool. Lock 'em up. Yeah. And the money is the only part of the set I liked. Ethan Klein, of course, not me. I fucking hate coin. But look at this. I mean, how gay. And at first you go, oh, it's a nice set. Oh, nice. Little up to date.
yeah, just off camera, they have a picture of Marilyn Monroe.
They have a mini bar that they set up to be like Madman. You know, it's so cringe. This is like what you do when you're like 18 and the year is 1998. And you're trying to emulate somebody that's rich from MTV. It is so gay. And for this to be looked at as like, oh, they're the macho, bro. Look at this from ruggable.com. It's a washable rug that your kids could withstand. It's not going to, the dog won't hurt it. Cheap, crap, West Elm garbage, not set worthy, not cool, lighting bad, flat, douche, gay, fag, shit, gay, you're not cool. I'm reporting you to your dad, Akash. You're finished.
Are we top two?
Yeah.
Meaning like we 1 and 2.
Yeah, of course.
We're 1 and 2.
Oh, we want.
Yeah, what is this?
This is 1 and 2.
Scarface, they're
No one's
saying?
even in the building.
Yeah.
You know who would have a field day with this? Tim Heidecker. This is worse than Tom Segura renting sports cars, you know, stick shift cars, you know, and it's like this giant cover up for being the gayest fags on the planet. This is not like, this is what they think men are. Cigar. This is like Tate.
Yes,
Tate.
No, Tate has
speech.
more class.
Tate has more class than this.
Absolutely.
This is so off. And if you think of Andrew Schulz as like, oh, this guy has got it all, well, then wait till you hear the messages that his ex-girlfriend, who was abused, allegedly by him, sent to us. And that brings me to a segment called Andrew Schultz's ex-girlfriend got in contact with us, and here are the screenshots of our messages. Uh-oh. Here they come. All right, so
Y'all lined it up, bro.
we learned last week Andrew was accused of abusing his ex-girlfriend. They all made fun of her. They laughed it off. But Sarah Phillips heard our segment and came to us. And you know what? I really actually like, I feel really bad for Sarah. You know, she was really bamboozled by Andrew and his fans. And they all laughed her off as if she was crazy. Here at REDBAR, we believe her. We are on her side. And I know how frustrating it must have been to sit as her and watch everybody laugh it off as cancel culture gone wrong. But you know what? I have an eye for these things. And I'll tell you this. You know, we support.
We knew too.
We support her. She came to the right place. And here are the messages from Sarah Phillips, Andrew Schultz's girlfriend. You know, she wrote to Jules here. And before Sarah, you know, and I don't think Sarah will be upset about any of
I
this.
know, I can't believe that you're showing her actual messages. I was just gonna say some of
Well,
what she
listen,
said. And
Sarah, hold
Sarah,
on.
this is not me doing
Yeah,
this.
well,
Just
hold on.
wanted
I'm
to
not
say
finished
that.
here. You know, Sarah wrote to Jules, and I said, Jules, give me the messages. Those are mine. Now, Jules, Sarah, just so you know, Jules thought maybe we should ask Sarah, but I said, no, I think Sarah wants to see this asshole go down. I think she's happy that somebody's finally in her corner after all this time. And you know what? If it hurts Sarah's feelings, that's fine, because I know what I know about Andrew Schulz. Okay? And I don't have to be a mind reader. I don't need a cryotherapy to know the truth here. I know this guy's a bad guy. I've known he's a bad guy since minute one that I laid eyes on him. You got this incredible story, and whether or not you want to share it, you have to share it. And I don't know if that's, looked at as good, but, what's going to happen? This is going to be funny. Let me read. Sarah messages Jules. Hey, are you the woman from Redbar? Wow. How
I'm
exciting.
mad that you're showing this.
Okay, well,
Just wanted you to know.
She goes, haha, that's me. She said, somebody sent me your latest episode today. I heard what you guys were saying about Andrew. I'm glad someone is trying to hold him accountable.
I agree. I feel like she does want people to know about this, or she wouldn't have messaged
Well,
it.
I mean, you're
But I
messaging
would've
a
preferred-
radio show. We don't have to ask for permission if you messaged a radio show.
I would prefer to just read what she said instead of exposing the full convo. But, you know what I mean?
It's over, Jules.
I know.
Suck it up and move on. Or lose all the people
I've been stabbed in the back.
who love you so much. She goes, someone sent me your latest episode today. I heard what you guys were saying about Andrew. I'm glad someone is trying to hold him accountable. And here's where it gets good. I'm sure more will come out. Akash, the Indian guy, knows everything, but he makes all his money from Andrew. I even ran into them in L.A. with my husband. Oh, she's got a new husband. Well, look at that.
She's doing great.
She's doing great.
She's a sweet girl.
I even ran into him in L.A. with my husband, and Akash and his friends tried to apologize on Andrew's behalf when he ran to the other corner of the room. Wow, so Andrew ran when they saw her, and Akash came up. I'm really sorry. I just don't know what to do. Andrew, he's crazy. He's
on
crazy.
the show, he's laughing at her and pretending like he's such a man and going,
Yeah,
use this
but in
bitch's
person,
toothbrush
he's
on my shoe."
apologizing.
And he
Akash.
runs away and can't even face her. So that sounds right.
Look at this. Andrew ran to the other side of the room while Akash came up and apologized to us on Andrew's behalf. I'm sure there are tons of women with stories about him too. Around the time we broke up, he was messaging very young fans on social media. Weekdays on Nick K. Around the time we broke up, he was messaging very young fans on social media, asking them if they were high school or college and when they were coming to town to see him.
That's crystallic.
That's pretty fucked up. Now, this is all alleged. This is coming from his ex. We can't say this is true or not, but around the time we broke up, he was messaging very young fans on
And they
social
all
media.
do this. Anybody
Yeah,
who's
they all
so
do this.
upset about
We
not
think,
going on
allegedly.
tour, allegedly. But it's like, if you're a normal man with a normal family, why do you even want to go on tour? That should be your worst nightmare.
Yes. Especially this day and age. And especially, guess what Andrew Schulz does all the time? He talks about cancel culture the same way Chris D'Elia talked about it. And you go, but none of you guys do jokes that you would get canceled for. The same way Brian Callen, Chris D'Elia, and Andrew Schulz talk about cancel culture is just that. It's, you don't do cancelable jokes. You're talking about getting canceled for these crimes. And you're trying to wrap it all into one. Like Andrew Schulz is always like, man, cancel culture. When they come after me, they come at. That's what Chris D'Elia did. And the whole time we were going, Chris, you don't have any cancelable jokes. We've watched it all. It's all innocent.
What could possibly be your worry?
In their mind and their subconscious, they've done all these behind the scenes things and they confuse it themselves, I think, with, I'm going to get canceled. I'm going to get canceled.
Well, we'll hear after this from Brian Callen, who is now trying to confuse everybody with his rape scandal.
Yes.
That it was all about how he speaks the truth.
Wait till you hear this stuff. I'm sure tons of women have stories about him too. Around the time we broke up, he was messaging very young fans on social media, asking if they were high school or college and when they were coming to town to see him. Jules, says, "Oh, we're so sorry. You're great." And she goes, "Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. His fans are the nastiest. I've never received messages like the ones I got after sharing my story, and I truly only shared it in hopes that people would leave me alone."
See, this is why I didn't want to show this.
Well,
because
she'll
I
be
don't
fine.
want
She'll
her
be
to
fine.
get-
No one here is going to bother her.
She trusted me with this info.
But
so
it's blown up, and she
please.
wanted somebody to tell the world this. And she channeled the right man. "I only truly shared it in hopes that people would leave me alone, which is why I only shared it on my Instagram and nowhere else."
So please leave her alone for me.
They're not going to bother her. "I wasn't trying to cancel him, but then when he called me a retard and they all laughed about it on the podcast, I got even more hate. Now I just really hope people eventually see what kind of person he is." And yeah, you're right. It was scary seeing the way he addressed it. But he's a professional liar. I should have expected that. Listen,
That's exactly what we said.
I told you that Chris D'Elia was bad, and then all these women came forward with the stories that verify that he's bad. It doesn't matter if they were underage or if it was illegal or not. The theme is Chris is bad. Here's proof that he's bad. Brian Callen, Andrew Schulz. It's the same story. It's remarkably believable. And, what are the odds? No one ever comes to me with, "Hey, Mike, Jeremiah Wonders was just abusive and terrible." You know what I mean? It's never those guys. It's always the scummy guys that you assume are going to be the scummy guys. It's always them who end up having corroborating tales that match up to exactly how I predicted their life would go. Why is it always that? It's never an honest guy. And that's what I said about everybody so up in arms about cancel culture. Can you name one person that got canceled that was an innocent, sweet man?
Yes.
Are there any
None.
people that you could think of, that you could throw me a name that I would go, "Oh, yeah, that was a great guy"? Really? I mean, I'll go as far to say Chris Hardwick still deserved it because of how shitty he was. In general, just being a fucking asshole. There's really no one who's been Me Too'd or canceled or accused that isn't the worst fucking guy you could think of. So don't get so worried. Don't get so scared. Don't get so protective. We hate all the people who've been canceled. There's not one of them. Who do you like that's been canceled? Who did we ever like that's been canceled? We all were suspicious of those people way before. They're unfair cancellations. So I know you've been brainwashed by Gavin, Steven Crowder, Brian Callen, and people that all have something to hide and that all have a past so dark that they need to convince the whole world that cancellations are bogus. So when their time comes, it'll be bogus too. Don't get swindled by the people we all agree are bad. So I know we have this ringing in our ear. Oh, cancel culture bad. PC bad. It is. But it's never actually happened to somebody that was good. Thank you for allowing me to speak. So, yeah, she said it all here. That's all we really need to know. Now let's let the chips fall where they may. And Sarah, hopefully this brings you some closure. We've got this from here, Sarah. You no
If
longer.
anyone bothers you, send them straight
Yeah, send them to me.
us.
They'll come
I
and
mean
bother
it.
me. But we've got this from here, Sarah. Your job is done. You can move on with your life. It probably feels like being released into Sheol or heaven. Mm-hmm. And we've got this from here, Sarah. This is all I need. And believe me, eventually Andrew Schulz will be exactly where Chris D'Elia is now. And do we have that picture of Chris D'Elia from his new movie?
The TikTok.
Yeah, wait till you see this. He was with Chris D'Elia so badly, we made fun of him profusely for wanting to be, and he actually said this, "I just want to be an action star." They're like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah, Keanu Reeves, just want to be an action." It's like, that is the gay. And even Keanu Reeves didn't wish that. He just was an actor and then became an action star. Eventually, nobody actually says they want to be an action star except maybe Van Damme. And then Tig Notaro replaces Chris D'Elia after it was canceled in Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, which was so funny, so ironic that Chris gets replaced by a breastless, literally breastless lesbian. Think about how bad that Popeyes must be. Talk about halal chicken. Now, do we have somebody watched this movie? It came out, and there was a scene where they forgot to edit Chris out. Do you have that picture, Jules? From Facebook?
I don't know if I saw that.
I sent it to you a bunch of times.
Oh my God. Hold
yeah,
on
check
1 sec.
all your outlets. This was what I was leading up to, of
I
course.
thought you meant the picture.
No,
of Tig
no, no.
Notaro.
There was a picture. The movie came out, and in the background, you see Chris D'Elia sitting there, but he's blurred out. They couldn't take the time to fully edit him out of every scene, so they just put massive blurs over him. But you could clearly see, it was sent to me by some listener, it's Chris D'Elia. He's got the long hair.
In an email?
I don't know. You can't find it. I can't believe it.
I know. I want to find it, though. Just give me a
It's
hint.
gone. I mean, I don't know. Instagram, Facebook Messenger, email. I don't know. If you saw this, if you were the one who sent it to me, send it again. It's here. It's living proof. All right.
Stressed out, stressed. Hit my daughter up. She need all the love. I need all the love. I mean all of us. It's like 6 o'clock. Bitch, you talk too much. You making it awkward, love. I mean it's hard enough. I mean it's.
They don't fuck with me even if they could. Pull out the stick, hit a bitch with the wood. First part roll was break in the hood. Don't worry about us over here, we good. The AP Roman numeral. Everybody go, I need pharmaceuticals. I ran my whole conglomerate. I was just mapping shit out in the cubicle. Suicide cool is a funeral. Track hard lunch like a slingshot. Big ol' ruby diamond on my pinky finger. That bitch look like a mini pop. Money on my mind, money on your head. Can't ride 3 times when you coming through the jets. Red Cross kept a nigga fed. In the studio with K-Dot, fresh out the feds. Yeah, you niggas can't stand the rain. Niggas don't stand a chance. Yeah, shepherd like candy pain. I spin the bin in the bins. I call the bill off of Google out. I'm the type to get my shooter wet. I had to survive off a tuna pack. 5% tint on the wheel like who's that? Cool take off like it's mad. Beat the dope with a fork, I'm whipping up Sudafed. I'm doing scams in the lab. Every Thursday, girls, they spend the time with my daughter, make me go harder. Every Sunday, sons, they teach my boy to be a man, I ain't had no father. Fell in love with the block, I ain't had no part, just sawed off shotgun Marvin. Stacking them on a proper art with diamonds look like Marvis. Out of my water, aqua, beating the block up till we spout him. I don't want your ice, boy, I want your life, but fuck it, I still might rob him.
No. Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. Head up, chest out, silence. I'm stressed out. Shh, be quiet. I'm stressed out.